Hello, my name is Benjamin Hart. I'm an American attorney and the managing director of Integrity Legal here in Bangkok, Thailand. As the title of this video suggests, we're discussing the fact that, look, this so-called informal economy, as they are calling it, is really free enterprise. That's what it is. That's what it is. And let's jump into this because I've just seen, unfortunately, all kinds of talk in different press outlets about all this different, oh, we need a digital this or a wallet for that or cashless and all kinds of other fun stuff. And quite honestly, I don't see where there's any hue and cry among the masses of Thailand for this. I think it's frankly coming from a small subset of a part of what's currently what I would call the rump coalition that's governing Thailand, you know, that seems to be enamored with World Economic Forum policies and paradigms. But let's get into this. I thought of making this video after reading a recent article from the Thai Examiner, thaiexaminer.com. Article is titled, Thumbs Up from Economic Gurus for 2027 Negative Income Tax Plan. It's a game changer for progress. Progress toward what? Communism? I always love that term progressive. Progressing toward what? They never tell you what they're progressing toward, you know. And negative income tax. It's not negative income tax. It's a possible handout, or not even that. It's not a handout. A handout presumes somebody's giving something to someone else. This is redistribution of wealth. And they are attempting to do this through tracking, taxing, and tracing people who are in the lower and lowest echelons of the socioeconomic strata in Thailand. It's very similar to when they tried to impose this tracking and tracing for all the street vendors here in Thailand. Quoting directly, Thailand's 2027 negative income tax plan. That's a total misnomer. This is a massive power grab attempt by this wealth-obsessed government to broadly expand the so-called tax base on people that heretofore have never owed taxes, don't need to pay taxes, because they quite frankly are on such a low level of income that it's not warranted. Quoting again, Thailand's 2027 negative income tax plan backed by experts. Backed by experts, eh? What's that even mean? Who are experts? And experts at what? Taking other people's money? Quoting further, aims to cut poverty, tackle inequality, modernize welfare. I always love inequality. We're going to tackle inequality. So it means we're all going to be at an equal level of serfdom. Quoting further, modernize welfare, integrate informal economy, and give millions of low-income citizens a lifeline while strengthening the nation's fiscal health. Quoting further, Thailand plans to introduce a negative tax system by 2027, and it's gaining strong backing from experts in the private sector. What experts and who? And by the way, are these people in the so-called private sector, you know, huge consortiums that stand to make money by, you know, the tax and trace implementation, the mechanisms by which this will be done? Or is it the actual little vendors and street people who just want to do business and have to live hand to mouth? I'm betting if you do a survey of those people, you're going to find pretty high into the 90 percentiles. They're not interested in this. Quoting further, Finance Ministry Permanent Secretary Labaron Sangsnit unveiled the proposal this week. So is this one of the experts, some bureaucrat guy? Quoting further, the move could transform the economy and reshape society. Yeah, into what? A communist hellhole? Quoting further, it aims to slash the sprawling black market. Yeah, I love how this is all framed. You know, anybody that's ever been to Thailand, we do have an informal economy. And that informal economy, frankly, was integral to Thailand surviving outside financial attacks such as 1997, which brought this country to its knees financially. What saved it? The fact that it has a real free enterprise system that is not controlled, tracked, and traced by a bunch of unduly influential foreigners who are trying to come into Thailand and impose neo-Soviet methodologies. You know, it's not a black market. It's free enterprise. Quoting further, and force money into the formal system. Note that word, force money into the formal system. So this isn't being done by any kind of consent. No, it's nudging, it's subterfuge, it's covert actions, and it's force. Quoting further, at the same time, it would build collective responsibility for national growth. Collective responsibility like communism? Quoting further, the plan directly tackles rising inequality. Yeah, we've heard that already. Tackles it how? Makes everybody, I've often said communism is serfdom with clerks. That's what we'd end up with. Quoting further, today 14.55 million people live below the poverty line, worsened by the COVID-19 crisis. Well, yeah, which was imposed by government. I get in that in a video made contemporaneously with this one. But yeah, it was government action that created the COVID crisis. Thank you. Quoting further, if implemented, it could give struggling citizens a lifeline while shoring up the country's fiscal health. No, what it will do is it will extract wealth from those who can afford it least and redistribute it inefficiently and lead to a further spiral into further economic hardship. That's what socialism always does. Then it leads to communistic type of setups, and that results in countries that basically completely falter. If you have any illusions about this, check out the entire history of the USSR and the Eastern Bloc, because that's where all of this tackling inequality gets us. This is antithetical to everything that I ever learned about being a Thai. Okay, Thailand stood against this kind of communistic crap for decades. It was the one domino that didn't fall. This is just nonsense. And I truly hope that in the coming weeks and months, cooler heads will prevail, or we will see shifts in the current political situation, because these people that are trying to roll this out and do so in such a way under the cover of, oh, we're helping you, we're giving you money, etc. I hope that this is seen for what it is and Thailand rejects it wholeheartedly.